Welcome back to the Discount Property Investor Podcast. Our mission is to share what we have learned from our experience and the experience of others to help you make more money investing like a pro. We want to teach you how to create wealth by investing in real estate the Discount Property Investor way. To jumpstart your real estate investing career, visit freewholesalecourse.com, the most complete free course on wholesaling real estate ever. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, guys, we are back. Discount Property Investors.
All right. David Dodge, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Mr. Mike Slane.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
We are the Discount Property Investors, the host of the Discount Property Investor Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, if you're a return listener or for the new people, thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited to be on the air, to be real estate investing, and to be sharing some knowledge with people.
That's right. Today's episode is going to be about the 3 pillars of wholesaling.
3 pillars of wholesaling.
I look at this kind of like a stool. I really do. Because if you take one of these pillars out, your business will fall down. It will fall down. It will fall apart. You know, this kind of came to me yesterday when we were doing a coaching call with one of our students, and I was talking about different types of marketing, and he had just got his first deal done. And we're talking about, some other things that he may want to explore. And I said, that's all fine. That's all good. However, there's so many shiny objects, Mike. Like so many. Like you got this software and you have that software and you can do this to get leads and you can use this software to estimate repairs and this one to run comps and this one to help send offers and this one to manage everything.
I'm going down a shiny object right now.
Rabbit hole.
Thinking about the 3 pillars and how and what the 3 pillars originally referred to in a stool and stool making and whatnot.
Are you still trying to comprehend
I'm
that?
already Googling it. I'm looking up what's 3 pillars.
Think about it. It's a triangle. If you drop one, you're going to fall.
100%. So staying focused, very important. And I really like that analogy about, it's too easy to go down rabbit holes.
Is there another way to word it?
We do it
I think it's a stool.
The time.
The 3-leg stool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's call it that. Either way.
3 pillars, baby.
It's the 3 pillars. So, the 3 pillars are simple, guys. You're going to hear us say these pillars in this episode 10 times. But number 1, marketing to motivated sellers. Number 2, making offers. And number 3, following up. And that's it. That's it. That's the entire set of pillars that we have. There's more to wholesaling real estate than those 3 pillars, obviously. But those are the 3 things that you need to do in your business consistently and you can't stop doing, right? If you are going to take away from 1, 2, or even 3 of these pillars for whatever reason, like the stool analogy, your business is going to fall apart.
But without all 3 of them, your business falls apart.
You kind of have
it
to
doesn't
have
necessarily
all 3,
happen
right?
overnight. So again, like marketing. Let's talk about marketing. If you turn off marketing because you get distracted with making offers and following up, if you turn off your marketing, eventually your lead sources are going to dry up. And it doesn't matter what your lead source is. If marketing to you is mostly networking, that's fine. But if you stop networking, eventually those leads are going to dry up too.
Oh, yeah.
So again, no matter which one, eventually your business is going to come to a stop if you're not doing all 3. I think that's 100% accurate. 100% of the time.
Yeah. So, on the call last night, we were talking to Mike about me and you've been working together for a long time, 4, maybe going on 5 years. We've both been wholesaling for maybe a year prior to that.
I like that neither one of us is great with dates or time.
No idea. I have no clue.
We've worked together a long time.
Could be 6. Yeah. Who knows? Call it 5 years. We've been in the business 5-6 years, right? Full time, both of us. And together and individually, I'm not speaking on your behalf, but I think you'll agree.
Oh, it's accurate.
Okay, cool.
I already know.
We go down rabbit holes. We find this new thing, this new software, this new system, this new process. Now, when we get this process set up, it ultimately will help our business. But the problem with these new things, they're shiny objects. The problem with them is we dedicate a lot of time to them. We go down these rabbit holes. And if we stray, I think that's the right word, away from the 3 pillars, marketing to motivated sellers, making offers, following up, the number of deals we do a month drops. It cuts in half. It goes away completely in some cases. I don't think there's been a month where you haven't done a single deal ever since we started, but it goes way down. 10, 12 deals goes to 3.
What I think of is when I was starting out, and again, I know we're talking to our target. Again, we always like to talk to the new guys, again, because it's fun to teach people how to do this. What I think back to is when I started out and it took me 6 months to do a deal. You know why? Because I didn't have the 3 pillars in place. I would spend way too much time tinkering with my website. Oh, I need a website so that I can,
Does my business card look okay?
Exactly.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, and if I'm going to send out a postcard, I need to have a website on it because that's going to make me look credible. And then the website, oh, well, I have to tinker with this and tinker with that, and it has to be perfect and just right before I can do that, before I can send out the postcards. No. That's the exact opposite thing you should be doing. You don't have a business until you're doing those 3 things, generating leads and actually making income. Then you have a real business. Then you can worry about your website. Then you can worry about your articles of incorporation and forming an LLC and all that stuff. Unless you prove that you can make money, to me, there's no reason to even form LLCs or to put together a website or any of that stuff until you know that you can wholesale. So again, focus on the 3 pillars. I cannot overemphasize it. Super important. Make money first before you worry about
I love it. I'm not saying don't use softwares. I'm just saying don't chase 2 rabbits. Your one rabbit needs to be these 3 pillars. Marketing for motivated sellers, making offers, and follow up. Let's dive into each of these briefly. Marketing to motivated sellers. You ain't going to find deals if you're not marketing to motivated sellers. You might get lucky, right?
It's possible. In this market, in this market, it's going to be very
tough.
Difficult. I mean, this market it's competitive. It's stayed competitive through the whole coronavirus lockdown.
They're going up.
We are still seeing, a lot of excitement in the real estate market. So you absolutely will need to market to find leads.
You got to market, and you can't stop because when you do marketing in waves, then you're going to have leads in waves. So you got to keep your marketing consistent.
And this is what Dave mentioned before, not speaking for me. This is my biggest fault.
Focus.
Yeah, was I'd market really hard, really hard. Like I would put out. I didn't buy
10,000 letters. And you don't do it for 4 months.
Well, when I bought bandit signs, I didn't buy 100. I bought a pallet full. I had a pallet full of signs delivered.
600 pallets, or 600 signs, or
it's not
800 signs.
It's not. I don't think small when it comes to marketing. But my problem was I would do that, and I'd do really hard, and then I would stop, and I'd follow up with leads and all this other stuff, and my leads would dry up. So again, it's a consistency in those 3 things. Very, very important, Dave. So marketing was the first one.
So marketing's number 1. Mm-hmm. Number 2, making offers. Mike, you tell us a little bit about making offers. Why do we need to make offers, right? You got to have inventory.
Making offers. This is my favorite analogy, too, is that people don't understand or they don't think about wholesaling like they think of a normal business. And I think this is just a super simple way to look at any wholesaling endeavor, any business venture, any business venture
or endeavor,
exactly, would be that if you don't have inventory to sell, you're not going to make money. So when you sell something, you hopefully sell it for more than you bought it for, make a little bit of profit. So that's how all businesses work, is you're selling either a service or a product.
But you have to have something
to have something, exactly. And that's inventory. So as a wholesaler, if you do not have a property under contract, you do not have inventory. So as a wholesaler, if you don't make an offer on a property, you are not going to get inventory. So you have to make offers. We make offers literally.
We made 5 yesterday.
On every property that we look at.
Yep.
Every time. Again, it may not be
I made 2 this morning while I was making breakfast.
Well, that's really good, Dave. I did not do that.
I had another wholesaler send me 2 deals and just said I can't move them. And I said, what's the asking price? And he sent it to me, and I took it and multiplied it by 1/2, 50%, and I sent it right back. And I said, this is my liquidation number.
Yeah.
I don't need these 2 deals of yours that you're trying to peddle.
Yeah, you want me to buy
them?
Get
the seller down a bunch, and I'll cash you out.
That's awesome.
But
I was chasing the toddler around for
breakfast.
Offers
were made, though. Yeah. Offers were made.
That's
right.
great.
So, absolutely. But you got to have inventory, guys. So you have to make offers. That's how you get inventory. You get properties under contract by making offers. That is number 2 pillar, making offers. Number 1. Market to motivated sellers. It's very hard to make a freaking offer to somebody if they're not motivated to sell a property to you.
You don't have leads coming in.
You got to have leads. So you got to market. You got to make offers. I mean, number 2 is really, in my opinion, the most important because people don't do it, right? But you got to do all 3. You can't really put a power or a label on which is most valuable. Number 3, guys, so simple. Follow up, okay? Mike and I, our average deals 4 to 6 months. So let's take the real number. I mean, if we're going to do a true average, we're talking 5 months. What's 5 times 30?
150.
So it's 150 days from the time that the marketing triggers them to call us, or our own marketing of hunting triggers them and gets them in our system. On average, 150 days from the time that leads entered in the system to the time that we're able to make $1 on it, or wholesale it, or get a listing or convert it, right?
Yeah, it's a really long time.
a long way,
it's
man.
almost it feels embarrassing just when you broke it down like that.
But it doesn't, though, because we're doing 10.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Right,
I'm
right.
just saying, like,
Well, that's why it's a pillar, Mike. Because if you don't, then you're doing 1 or 2 deals a month, not 10.
Love it.
And that's the point. 80% of the deals, 80-20 principle, guys, perfectly at play here. 80% of your deals are going to take you 5 months. 20% of them are going to happen in a week or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is, right? Same scenario with 80-20 principle, though. And I told this to one of the students yesterday. Don't chase deals. Because if you do chase deals, you're going to end up spending 80% of your time on the ones that make you 20% of the profits.
And I think part of that could be the reason why we are in a 150-day cycle. If somebody else is like, oh, that's terrible, we do deals 30 days is our average or something like that, that's probably why.
Great, you're chasing deals.
Yeah, we don't do that.
not trying
We
to
have a
chase
very
shit.
different philosophy. We're very low key on our sales approach and our
We just want to make a friend.
Yeah, we
We don't have any special secret tactics. You know, we do a little mirroring, of course, and we try to make our appointments last long. We're not in and out. Try
Right.
not to be. The goal with us, our sales approach is so simple. Make a friend. Can we help them? But at the same time, we know that our level of convenience is very valuable, and we demand a discount. That's it. We don't pay retail. We tell them right when they call.
And Dave and I have worked together long enough. We've made enough mistakes in this business, and we've lost money, guys. We've lost money on deals we've bought before for ourselves. We've learned enough from that to not do it anymore. So we don't pay too much. We can't. We'll help someone out of a situation if we can. We'll provide other options that are not necessarily selling to us all the time, and we're happy to help people. I mean, that's I think that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So there's 3 pillars.
Three
guys.
pillars. Get after them.
And that's the point here. You got marketing, you got making offers, and you got following up. And if you consistently do those 3 things over and over and over again, it's almost impossible that you're not going to do deals, right? I mean, over time, you're going to learn all the things that are keeping you from doing deals. You're going to start doing deals. So if you're new and you're listening to this, I get 5 or 6 text messages a day from people or through Instagram or whatever. Dave, I'm in analysis paralysis. And it's like, okay, I was too. I get it. How much marketing have you done, or have you done any? Start there. Like, stop thinking. Start marketing. Literally. Say it again. Stop thinking. Start marketing. Next. Okay, now you're marketing, right? How many offers are you making? Oh, well, Dave, I didn't really get that many deals that came in from my marketing approach. Shut up. The answer should be every lead that comes in, you should be making an offer on. Really, literally, make offers. The more offers you have, the more possibility and opportunity you're going to have to get them under contract, therefore making them inventory. Mike said it earlier. You can't make a freaking dollar if you don't have anything to sell. If Walmart's shelves were empty, they would go out of business. They keep them stocked. So as a wholesaler and as your wholesaling company, focus on keeping your shelves stocked, which may just be a website or a Google Sheet, but that's inventory, right? And then last but not least, yes, you can go do a deal or 2 and get it closed in a week from the time you talk to the seller, but 80 to 90% of them are going to take a couple months. And if you stop following up, you are going to be throwing money away. Your cost per deal, if you don't follow up, is going to be 10 times higher than if you follow up. Why? Because the lead's in the system. It's paid for. It's sunk. The money, you can't get it back. So if you don't, follow up, I'm not saying chase. I'm saying follow up, you're throwing money away. And that's the easiest way to reduce your cost per lead and to maximize the efficiency of your marketing, is to add them in the CRM or get a VA to help you with that and follow up. You call that individual, text them, email them, send them offers every week, every other week, every month until that property sells to you or to somebody else. You don't stop unless they say, of course, but you got to be persistent, guys. So that's it. I mean, this is probably going to be one of the shorter episodes, but the point here is that there's 3 things that you need to do. We're labeling this the 3 pillars of wholesaling because we've been in this for 5 years, and we're thinking, how do we simplify this business to the core? What is the most important 3 things that we need to do? Is there even a 4th or a 5th or a 6th? And there's really not. It's 3. There's lots of ways to do those different things, but at the end of the day, you need to be focused on marketing. You need to be making offers, and you got to be following up, and that's it. That's all that it's going to take to be successful. That's all I got, Mike. Anything you want to finish on that note?
I got nothing else, man. I think you said, it's not chasing and the analysis paralysis thing. I just wanted to comment on that. Is get out of your own way. Like I know that I'm my biggest enemy when it comes to being successful. You just got to get out of your own way sometimes.
Your focus is what makes you successful. So turn your phone off. Quit checking emails. I'm not talking to you, but I kind of am.
Well, it is what it is.
And yeah.
To be fair, I am following up on an offer right here. So I did just make an offer while we were chatting.
See, that's okay. I'll let that one slide. But you're right. And the thing is, once you start doing deals, if you're listening or watching and you already are doing deals, this is really when the rabbit holes and the shiny objects will really be your demons, in my opinion. Because, let's say that I've been doing this 6 years. I don't know the exact number. Let's say 6 years. I would say I wasted 1.5 years of that 6 years by chasing shiny objects, setting up systems. Yes, I may have those systems today, or I might not, right? Some of it I just thrown away, but I've wasted a lot of time trying to do these things that weren't related to the 3 pillars, and they didn't really get me anywhere, right? So my suggestion to you, new or veteran investors, doesn't matter, is stick to those 3 tiers, and I can almost guarantee you success. So to end, what are the 3 tiers, Mike?
You got to start marketing.
Simple. Number 1.
You got to follow up with your leads.
2.
And you got to make offers.
3, guys. Simple
Easy.
as 1, 2, 3. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. But truly, though, there's no reason to keep harping on this. Do those 3 things. Signing off, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Discount Property Investor Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to help us reach a wider audience. To jumpstart your real estate investing career, please visit freewholesalecourse.com, the most complete free course on wholesaling real estate ever. We would also appreciate it if you left us a review on iTunes or Stitcher. Thank you in advance for your support, and remember, you make your money when you buy, and you get paid when you sell. Now let's go build some wealth.